Title: The day Kian tried to measure the universe. In the quiet town of Quantoria lived Kian Vale, a smart but slightly dramatic high schooler who believed he had one destiny: understand the entire universe before lunch. One morning, Kian sat on his porch staring at the sky, muttering to himself, "The world is so big, so complicated. How do scientists even explain all this?" Just then, his neighbor, Dr. Lyra, an eccentric astrophysicist, walked by holding a cup of coffee the size of a small bucket. "You look like someone trying to decode existence," she said. "I am," Kian replied. "I want to understand the physical world. Everything. The whole universe." Lyra grinned. "Ah, then welcome to physics." Kian blinked. "You're starting a dramatic explanation, aren't you?" "Of course," she said. "Physics is the science that tries to explain how the universe works, from planets and stars to atoms and particles. It studies matter, energy, motion, forces, basically everything you've ever bumped into or spilled on your shirt." Kian nodded. "Okay, but how does physics cover so much stuff?" Lyra raised a finger. "Because it has two huge branches. Macroscopic physics, big things you can see, like motion, heat, sound, planets. Microscopic physics, tiny particles, atoms, nuclei, quantum weirdness." Kian scribbled mentally. "Big stuff, tiny stuff." "Got it," Lyra continued. "And this grand universe holds everything together using just 4 fundamental forces." She held up 4 fingers dramatically, like a superhero listing her powers: gravitational, electromagnetic, strong nuclear, and weak nuclear. These forces shape galaxies, power the sun, and make your socks stick together in the dryer. Kian gasped. "So the universe is basically held together by 4 very hard-working employees." "Exactly." After a moment, Kian frowned. "But how do physicists measure everything? Space, time, forces, even tiny particles?" Lyra tapped her huge coffee mug. "With measurement, of course. Our way of comparing something with a standard." She leaned closer. "And the standards we use? Those are the SI units, the International System of Units. Everything you measure is built on 7 base quantities." She listed them like a grocery list: length, meter; mass, kilogram; time, second; electric current, ampere; temperature, Kelvin; amount of substance, mole; and luminous intensity, candela. Kian whispered reverently, "The sacred 7, exactly. From these, we create derived quantities like speed, density, force, energy by combining base units. For example, speed is meters per second, and force is kilogram, meter per second squared." Kian's brain fizzed like soda. "This is actually kinda cool." Lyra nodded. "But measurement isn't perfect. Every measurement has errors." She held up her mug. "If I say this coffee is exactly 300 milliliters, am I sure? Nope. There are systematic errors, which stay the same each time. Random errors, which vary unpredictably, and gross errors, which are basically human chaos." Kian sighed. "Me dropping the mug would be a gross error." "Precisely. And when we record measurements," she continued, "we use significant figures to show how precise our measurement truly is. More significant figures means more accuracy. But never pretend your measurement is more accurate than your tool can measure." Kian nodded thoughtfully. "So physics isn't just measuring things, it's measuring carefully." "And finally," she said, "we classify quantities into scalars, which have only magnitude, like time, mass, speed; vectors, which have magnitude and direction, like velocity, force, and displacement." Kian straightened up. "So if I say the wind is blowing at 10 meters per second, that's a scalar. But if I say 10 meters per second north, that's a vector." Lyra clapped. "Congratulations. You now understand the physical world more than most people before breakfast." Kian smiled. "So the universe isn't impossible to understand, as long as you measure it correctly." "Exactly," she said, walking away. "And speaking of measurement, this coffee definitely needs a refill." Kian laughed, feeling, for the first time, like the universe was a puzzle he actually had the tools to solve. See you next time from StoryLearn.